All right, boys and girls. Well, welcome. I'm glad you guys could join me for another exciting episode. Tonight, I want to talk to you about something beautiful, something fun, but it is actually kind of a serious note. You see, Queen Elizabeth and the royal family have recently issued a statement, and they were accused of saying something about a baby's skin color and wondering what color the skin color the baby was going to be. Now, I want to inform you guys of something. You see, the royal family, my family, has, and when I say my family, I mean it's my family. The royal family has, for decades and centuries and thousands of years, we've been taught one thing: to keep the line pure. Now, why would you keep a line pure? Well, let's take this for example. Do you see this all the way from beginning to end, right? From here to here. Do you see this? That's the same, isn't it? You know what it is. You know what it is here, and you know what it is here, right? Well, oh, and occasionally you get diamonds. Every once in a while, there's diamonds and gold, huh? Well, that's just like our family line. In fact, that's the exact same thing as our family line. It's pure. It starts with the gold up here. Then we had a whole bunch of diamonds, which are the kings and queens and royals and dukes and duchesses and barons. And we had a whole bunch of cool people, a whole bunch of royals. Then we had really big royals, then really big royals, and then royals, really big royals. That's basically how our family is. It's pure. Now imagine if I started mixing in some of this and some of this and how about if I put some of this in it? Now where'd my line go? Where's my line? Do you see my point? There's no more line. You just cut it off. You have no more diamonds. You have no more gold. That gold that we started with is gone. Those diamonds that we're creating kings and queens are gone. You just messed up the whole line. So what my family has done for thousands of years is that we were taught to keep the line pure, 100% pure, because it started with gold and diamonds, and you want to keep that going, right? Now whoever comes off of the side here and off the sides here, that's fine. There's going to be people coming off the sides over here and off the side. That's going to happen. People are going to fall in love, right? But you need to keep that line pure so you still have the gold and you still have the diamonds, because once you mess that up, it's gone. I'm the pure line. Okay, 99.9% pure, okay? There's one or two girls in our family that fell in love. Now, they're still married, royalty, but I'm 99.9% pure. I'm actually more pure than Queen Elizabeth II. I am. I'm more pure than Prince Charles. I'm more pure than Prince William or Prince Harry. I am. Because my family didn't stay in Europe. During the wars, some of the royalty, some of the royal family members, my royal family members who were kings and queens, sent my family over here sent their children over here, my grandmas and grandpas, sent their children over here secretly for safety during the wars because they didn't want their children to get killed or murdered. So they sent them to America secretly with guards and knights and protection. So I am one of those children. I'm one of those families. And my family has basically stayed together. They have been together since they came over to America. All of my families that came over together have all stayed together since they came from Plymouth Rock. When they landed on, my grandpa, as a matter of fact, William Brewster, Pastor William Brewster is my grandpa. His wife is Maud Mann, who was my grandma, and she was the daughter of a king. And the royal families were very protective of their family. I mean, because they wanted to keep the lines pure. So, with that being said, I also want to keep my line pure. Because once you break that starting point, you can't go back. And Queen Elizabeth had a very valid point. When she was talking about the baby's skin color. I don't care what you think. And the very sad truth is, it was actually the United States government who told Oprah Winfrey to say all that. It was. She may not know it, she may know it, or she may not know it. But it was the United States government who told her to do that interview, it told Prince Harry to do that interview, and told Meghan Markle to do that interview. Whether they know it or not, they were manipulated by the government. And if you're listening, I hope you're listening, because it's very true, and I know it for a fact. So, the United States government has a hidden agenda where they want to destroy everything and become the kings of everything. They want to be the leaders of everything. They want to have control of everything. So they're taking everybody out of every position of power all around the world so the United States can be in power. They've even taken out their own people in the United States out of power. All the Caucasian people who are smart enough to know anything, they took them out of power just so the United States themselves can be in power. That's how gay they are. Sorry for that word, but I mean, that's how retarded they are. That's how stupid they are. They can't think for themselves. But, Queen Elizabeth II is from a very, very, very ancient, thousands of year old family, just like I am. We're from the same family. So is Prince Charles, Prince Harry, Prince William. In fact, my family put them on the throne. Yes, they did. Well, they put their family members on the throne. My family put their family members on the throne, and then they ended up on the throne. My aunt / cousin is Queen Elizabeth I. Yes, she is. My uncles are King Henry VII, King Henry VIII, King Henry V, King Henry III is my grandfather, actually. King Henry III is my grandfather. King Henry II is my grandfather. King Henry I, King Edward Crouchback. Those are all my grandfathers. Sir Richard Fitzalan, my grandfather. Lady Joan Gushiel, my grandmother. Elizabeth Fitzalan Stewart is my grandmother. So, there is a lot of very noble, royal grandparents of mine in my family. And like I said, Queen Elizabeth I, Super Queen, is my aunt / cousin, and they all have one thing in common: to keep the line pure. Always be the same, never changing. Give me a second here. I hope you guys understand what I mean by all that. Because it's a very important thing, what they said. Now, I know exactly where they're coming from. Queen Elizabeth said that. Prince Charles said that. They may have all said that. Do you know why? It's a very valid question. Why wouldn't you ask that question? Our job is to keep the line pure so you have something to look forward to. Imagine this being a river. All the water's flowing down here. All the water's flowing down here. All the water's flowing down here. Your job is to keep that river clean. So everybody can have some. Right? So everybody can have some. I don't think you understand what I'm saying. I don't even think the government understands what I'm saying. In fact, I know they don't. Or the Pentagon or the military. Your job is to keep that river clean. Is to keep that river pure. Are you going to be concerned about somebody putting something else in that water that's going to make it impure? Absolutely. Do you know why? I'll tell you why. Would you like to marry a princess? Would you like to marry a queen? Would you like to marry a prince? Would you like to marry a king? How about a baron? How about a duke? How about a duchess? How about a baroness? How about a countess? Here's the river, my friends. You're looking right at it. Here is that stream. There's only one family that can make that possible for you. Yes, you can definitely marry a princess. You can marry a queen. You can marry a king. You can marry a duchess. You can marry a duke, a lord, a baron. Unless you mess up that river, if you mess up that river, you're not going to marry anything. No royalty for you, sorry. But the more royal, more pure our family line is, the more for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? The more you're going to have. Then everybody could have a royal family member. Or a portion of a royal family member. But if you screw up that water, if you screw up that river stream, if you screw up that line, guess what? Now you broke the line. Now there's no more gold. Let's put another person in there, huh? Guess what? You broke that line again. Now there's no more silver. Now you're left with this. A very, very tiny piece of that river that was once a very long, beautiful, golden, pure river. Beautiful, pure line. That if you had just let them stay pure, you could have had a queen or a king yourself. But you were so anxious and so jealous that you had to ruin it. Now nobody gets a royal family member. You're just like the government. You act like a bunch of little babies. You act like a bunch of little immature children. The government, the NSA, the CSI, the FBI, the CIA, all the underground agencies, all the secret agencies of the United States are all babies. They're all children. They're all extremely immature. The Pentagon, especially, is one of the biggest immature baby brats I've ever known. They think because they've been working for 200 years that they own everything. They think they deserve everything, just like the government. They all think you deserve everything because you've been working here for 200 years. Newsflash, weirdo. My family worked for thousands of years to keep that line pure and fighting wars and battles. So you could have all this. And just like the weirdo who reads the end of the book, here you come at the very end, 200 years, you work, hey, we did the last 200 years, we win. You didn't win shit. My family got killed for thousands of years. Thousands of years. And you come in and have to work for 200 years and you cry? And you think you own everything? I hope I make myself clear. I hope that this message has been brought to you very purely because these sacred scrolls are not a joke. I've held sacred scrolls in my hand. And I'm here to tell you, I know the power of the sacred scrolls. I know the power of the royal family. And if you want a piece of it, any part of a royal queen or a royal king or a royal prince or a royal duke or a royal lord, you had better keep that line pure. Or none of you get it. Your dreams of having a big fancy wedding, a royal queen, royal talents, yes, all the talents started with our family. Those dreams, you might as well kiss them goodbye. So, Queen Elizabeth had a very valid question. What color is the baby's skin color? She was trying to be polite. That is a very serious problem. Because if that baby is mixed, if that family is mixed, guess what? None of you get to benefit. What if Prince Harry and Prince Harry's child is so mixed that there's no king or royal genes left in the baby at all? What if that baby has no diamonds and no gold in it at all? Because you were so anxious, so jealous, you had to jump in there in the middle of that line and get you some. You cut the line off. You broke the line into pieces. Now it's all over the place. Now there's no more royal line. So Queen Elizabeth had a very, very, very valid question. Because our family has been taught that for thousands and thousands of years to keep it pure. Because once you break that starting point, you can't go back, my friends. No science is going to save you. Your science is garbage. You think you can clone somebody? You can't. You can clone a portion, but you can't clone the whole thing. You know it and I know it. It's garbage. It's like a Xerox. Even the best copy machine in the world can't make something exact. Can't be done. It's going to be garbage. The only way to keep that line pure is to keep that line pure. So you could all have some later, all have some eventually. You don't want it? Fine. Enjoy what you get. You deserve what you get. Don't come crying to me later when you want somebody from the royal family. Why doesn't a royal family ever want to be with us? Why can't we have a royal family? Because you were so anxious and so jealous to mess it up and to get in there and cut it off that you screwed the whole thing up for everyone. Now nobody gets it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Our family was taught to keep this line pure for thousands of years for that very reason. Do you want me to tell you where the royal family lines came from? Adam and Eve. We're taught to keep them pure because that's exactly where they come from. How many of you want to be close to Adam and Eve as you possibly can? How many? That's what I thought. But you're so anxious to jump in there. You're so jealous. But you have to cut them off and ruin them and get in there, don't you? You should be ashamed of yourselves. All of you. A news reporter in the UK just lost his job because of you, Oprah. And I hope you're listening. Also, you have almost created a war against Europe and America, Oprah. Because now everybody hates everybody because of what you said, Oprah. And Prince Harry and Meghan. I am extremely offended at the accusations and the threats of terrorism and the threats against the royal family. Do you know why? because I am the royal family. Yes, they had a very valid point. I rest my case. God bless you. Have a great night.